Hi, good afternoon, everybody. We have today with us a very fun guest. He happens to be a professional juggler. Yay! And I saw him Saturday and I was really impressed. It was so much fun. So I appreciate you being here, Chris,
Yeah, thank you for having me.
especially on such short notice. Um, and maybe I'm going to introduce yourself to find out who you are, what you have been doing up to now, and how you got into this. So, a lot of questions, but let's start to know. So, you professionally a juggler, and how long did it take you to get to that level?
So, becoming a professional juggler is kind of easy. You just declare yourself as I want to be doing this to make money. Like that's kind of all you have to
But
do.
it took you 18
But
years of practice.
for me personally, I've been practicing for like almost 15 years.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And
It's a lot
I
of practice.
have a lot of different props like we have on the table. I do different stuff like balls and diabolos, contact juggling,
That's
some other
awesome.
kind of unique stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, to get really good at that, usually it takes like at least an hour a day to
Oh,
practice
wow.
probably.
And then you
And-
juggle with a group also?
Yeah, here and there I juggle with groups and friends, and I do like festivals, and I travel around and all
No,
sorts
because
of
there's
stuff.
a juggling group in San Francisco that meet by the.
Yeah, they meet at the circus school. I think that's one group, and then there's another group that meets in Dolores Park on Sundays. Actually,
Oh yeah, I saw
so
those.
they
those-
had an anniversary last
Those are
weekend.
a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
And then there's a Kezar Stadium, so
Mhm.
there's a lot of choices for you to practice, right?
Yeah, a lot of meetups in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of meetups.
So which group do you like better?
Since I'm South Bay, I usually go to the South Bay meetups.
Oh, okay.
But I go to like Oakland. There's like a place called Flow Toys in Oakland. They have like a lot of light up props that I
Okay.
usually go there too. There's a lot of my friends over there.
Oh, okay.
And all over the Bay, really. It's just
So basically, when it lights up, it's a different kind of juggling.
they basically have like juggling balls that like have lights
In
in
the
them,
dark?
or they have these that light up.
Okay.
And
Do these be?
Yeah, these can light up, and also
They can?
I do have fire versions of these as well.
Oh,
so
wow.
there's like a little wick in the middle, and you could put the yayo on fire.
Wow, that's so much fun. So you chose a wonderful profession because it's always entertaining people.
Yeah, I definitely like it a lot. It's pretty nice to see smiles on kids' faces or go around and just brighten people's days. Just
Yeah.
kind of out of the ordinary. Just I get to practice with stuff that I love to do, then I get to take it like to
And it
parties.
helps you focus too.
Yeah,
right?
juggling actually has a lot of benefits. There's a scientific study. I forget the exact name of the study, but they were studying how juggling affects gray matter in your brain.
Oh, yeah.
And gray matter, which basically is like how fast you
Think.
can reflex and respond to different things.
And you
It actually increases gray matter a lot in your brain.
oh,
So,
wow.
I think it was a study at Stanford, possibly.
Makes you more intelligent.
Yeah, so quicker reflexes, quicker to think about things in general. Kind of makes sense because you're throwing things in the air and you have to think about
yes,
it.
and you got to keep attention on where it's
Mhm.
going to fall, so you have to be quick.
Yeah, so maybe less clumsy. Like if you drop something, sometimes I randomly catch like a
Oh,
spoon and I
wow.
accidentally drop it off the table or something. I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. It just happened. So I mean,
Oh.
it's kind of fun little
Wow,
things
so
like
you
that.
started in high school or something?
Yeah. So how I got into juggling, the very first time I got into juggling was actually a neighbor when I was maybe like 8 or 9. He was juggling 3 tennis balls, and I was like,
Wow.
oh, that's cool. That's really
Yeah,
like
it
he's really
is.
good.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get into it, so I practiced and. I got it maybe like in like a few days, just kind of just
You finally
practicing in my
picked
room
up
over
at
my
least
bed, like
with 2 balls,
like
maybe
2 or 3. Yeah.
2 or 3.
And then I kind of put it away until high school.
and then you start again.
When I went to high school, actually, I had a professional. He is actually a teacher, but he is like also a professional juggler too, which is pretty awesome. So
And
after
he
school,
got
he
you
would.
initiated.
Yeah, he was known as his name is Matt Hall,
Wow.
and he's a pretty famous juggler. Actually, he does a lot of different props, and he teaches Japanese at the schools, usually like a high school
he's
level.
still a juggler now?
Yeah, he's still a juggler. He's actually organizing a festival in Palo Alto in February.
Ooh, that's
So-
awesome.
I'll help
That's
him
so
with that
awesome.
and then perform and teach at the festival.
Wow.
But like he used to travel around the world. He would go to Japan and go to New Zealand and other festivals. Get invited as a special guest. So that was a big influence on me. Definitely a big influence. It
Did you travel?
Not when I was that young, but I've been starting to recently.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, yeah. This year I went to Europe and I went to Iceland and Mexico and
Ooh.
Poland and.
That's a perk of being a
Yeah,
juggler.
it's pretty fun. You get to travel new places. The good thing about juggling too, the community, like you always have friends wherever you go. So like
Wow.
wherever I knew people in Germany, I knew people in Poland, Mexico. It's not like I went there and
You made friends around the
I
world.
made friends or I knew friends already on like Facebook and just juggling groups and stuff like that. So
Wow.
it's a really fun profession, and there's a lot of people in it that are like really friendly. Like they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you can sleep on my floor. You don't have to pay for the hotel or anything."
Oh, how
And
cool.
it's pretty
how cool.
nice.
It's so much not only fun, but it gets you involved with your audience a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you, last time I saw you perform, it was mostly a young adult audience, dancers.
Yeah, kind of like around my age group, or like 20s or so.
But sometimes you perform for kids, you said?
Yeah, so I do kids' birthday parties, and I also started teaching at middle schools. So I would go to middle school, and I would teach kids how to diabolo, which is Chinese do. So like they would have a PE class, and I would have like about 60 or 80 of them
and they
videos
practice.
to use. And I first teach them, and then I give them time to practice, then I do a small show after.
Oh, wow.
And I did one on...
So it's part of PE? Physical education?
So I just go to middle school, and it's like all around the Bay Area, sometimes a little further. I did one actually this Monday. I went to one in San Jose, and there was about, throughout the whole day, I probably taught about 1,000 kids how to juggle.
Wow.
So it was a pretty busy day. But all the kids really enjoy it. You can see their faces light
So
up.
it must be a big school for 1,000?
Yeah, yeah. It was a pretty big school.
Unless it was 2 or 3 schools together.
It was one school, and each class had at least 150 to 200 kids, probably.
Wow.
Sometimes even like 200, like 20 or more.
Wow.
So it was a pretty big school.
Big audience, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. And the school, in that case, is the employer?
So I'm actually working in collaboration with another juggling company known as Jester Games, and they reach out to middle schools, and they also provide me like the gear to use. And basically I already have the skills to perform and teach, so it's like
That's
I go to
awesome.
schools for them, and then
Congratulations on getting that.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. It's a profession where it's hard to get gigs all the time.
Yeah, as an artist, it's really hard to get gigs and survive off of it, especially in the San Francisco area. It's just so expensive.
Yeah. San Francisco is, you got to have 2 jobs sometimes.
Yeah, and I actually worked in the tech industry for about 5 or 6 years before actually trying to do this full-time professionally.
Really?
So
you also have the option of
I have the option to do that on the side or something. Kind of right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do this full-time and also make my own video games on the side.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Kind of helps me to fund my own stuff, and so I don't have to work for somebody like a 9-to-5 job, or sometimes for the gaming industry like 9 to midnight or something.
Oh, yeah. Because if you develop a game, then the sale of the game will
kind of just goes
feed
off
you.
for itself.
Yeah.
But you gotta fund the game by something else.
And you'll sell it to your kids' students?
Yeah. I'm trying to make a juggling game and all those social games.
Oh, you're trying to develop it with developers?
I'm actually a developer myself and an artist, kind of in that sense. Like
you can do a crowdfunding also to develop it.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's a lot of options right now. I'm just trying to have juggling fund that aspect of my artistry.
Oh, congratulations. I'm glad
Thank you.
there's many venues for you to explore, from developing a game to working for the schools to working as a private instructor or to perform in birthdays. So there's many venues where you can actually use your skill.
Yeah, it's kind of just part of being an entrepreneur. You got to use your skills wisely, like target your markets and try to see what you can do to kind of gain money, and also just be happy with it as well.
Yeah. Did you see the piece you did at the studio?
Yeah, I watched it.
It's so fun.
It was fun. It was fun to perform with Jen and Beth.
Really Jenny was so grateful that you accepted to perform with her. So I enjoyed watching it. It was just cool.
Oh, that's good.
Because all the others were so serious.
That was very dancey.
Yeah. And it was serious too. There was nothing with fun music. Everything was like classic.
Yeah, very
contemporary. When all of 3 of you came on the stage, you liven up the whole room, and it was fun.
Yeah, we had like the Beastie Boys and other songs.
Yeah, and the music was happy. Finally, I had a smile on my face.
That's good.
And then it went back to doing slow stuff, and so I felt like it was a change of pace when you guys
That's
came
good.
on the stage. It was a
I'm
lot
really
of
glad
fun.
you enjoyed it.
Yes, I did. I did.
Yeah, I enjoyed doing it too. It was a lot of fun.
Did you put it on your YouTube or your channel? I mean, your Facebook?
Yeah, I posted it around and
That's-
got pretty good comments from it.
Yeah, so we'll do more because it's gonna happen again, I assume, unless
cool.
she's gonna do different styles.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
your type of juggling is called what?
So I have different forms of juggling. This is ball juggling, which is known as balls and clubs are known
Yeah.
as toss juggling because
Yeah.
you're tossing it in the air and catching it again.
Yeah, that's the classic.
This is known as contact juggling because it's in contact with your body at all times, not really being
Oh,
tossed.
yeah. That one is harder, isn't it? You gotta have.
It depends. They have their different skill levels. Like I could probably teach you a move, like just putting your hands like this, and then doing that. That's already one trick that you can probably pick up if you want to try.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just like put your hands around the ball like this on the floor, or put it on the table and then put your hands
Yeah.
around,
And then.
and then open your hands and slide them up, and then close your hands, and then open them again, and then slide it back down, and then close, and then open it again. So that's already one trick. So like the skill level with that, like it could be very easy at first.
Yeah.
And depending like with ball.
And the more you practice, the faster you do it.
Yeah, and the goal of that one is like you want to try to isolate the ball so it doesn't look like the ball's moving, and then you could like.
Ooh, wow! It's create a very fun illusion.
Yeah. So it's kind of illusion, like kind of like miming with it almost, like you want to
Yes.
mime. And
It looks like
Yeah.
it's in the air, but you're actually holding it.
And contact juggling has like a lot of history. I think it started like with Aztec face juggling. They would balance it on their face.
Oh,
and
and they do this.
move it around in their heads. Like that it was like some of the early history in it.
Okay.
You see it in like the Labyrinth with David Bowie. He has like the magic bubble crystal ball. Like,
Yeah.
That was one famous aspect of contact juggling.
Yeah.
So it's been around for a long time, and there's a lot of different forms. Michael Motion was actually the juggler in David Bowie's. He was a juggler doing David Bowie's hands. was
Wow.
Michael Motion. And
That's
he's a pretty
awesome.
good contact juggler.
Yes. So
So-
that's where you watch some videos of him and practice.
Yeah, and practice with friends and stuff.
Nice.
Festivals, you learn a lot. So those are two forms of juggling. This one is known as the Diabolo, which is my specialty, which is also known as the Chinese yo-yo. And
It's called Jabolo.
Diabolo. Yeah. Not to be confused with Diablo, which is the devil.
Diabolo.
Yeah, Daabolo. Diabolo.
Diabolo. It's like.
Yeah, and it's actually, I forget if it's Greek or Latin. It might be one of the two, but it's basically dia meaning like diameter, which is like
Oh,
across.
Okay.
And
Okay.
bolo, which means to throw. So basically it means to throw across because
Oh.
you're throwing it across on the string.
Okay. Okay.
So that's kind of what it translates to. It was invented in China
Okay.
about 2,000 years ago, so that's where it originates from.
So it's an old art then.
A very, very old art form. Originally it was called like different terms in Chinese language, like the Kongzhu is one of them, which kind of roughly translates to hollow bell, because it
That's
kind
the
of looks
one
like a
you
bell.
did with the sticks on the show.
Yeah, this is the one I did in the show with the sticks, and I made it like climb up the string and stuff.
Yeah, and what did you
Um,
put at the end of the stick? You put the ball at the end of the stick?
So you have the hand sticks with the string, and then you put the Diabolo on the string. And basically what you do is you,
Got it.
Get it
got
spinning and
got it. And it spins.
once it spins faster and faster, it gets more balanced.
Wow.
So like it uses the force, like kind of like a bike. When you
Okay.
when you go faster with the bike, it kind of balances itself.
Oh, that's so much fun.
And yeah, that was invented in China about 2,000 years ago, and
Wow.
kind of spread around the world through like the Western trade and all that. Now it's in the U.S. They used to be made out of plastic.
So what you do, 2 of them or all 3?
I could do all 3.
You can.
Yeah,
That's
I'll try to
awesome.
demonstrate it later.
All right.
But
So
they
this
used
is
to-
called the Chinese
Chinese yo-yo,
yo-yo, and this is called
ball juggling,
ball, and this
contact juggling.
contact juggling.
Yeah, and then these are kind of just variations.
Cooking.
Cooking.
What is
Yeah, I
that?
have an act where I'm a waiter, and I actually
Oh,
use these
okay.
I use this as the Diabolo, where I
Okay.
can spin it on the string or
That's
other
good.
stuff.
That's good. And then this is when you want to do a trick,
this
like
is
a
actually,
magician trick.
A spin top,
Ah.
so you can spin it, and I get it spinning on a string, and I juggle it.
Oh, so this is an art too. I
yeah,
mean,
so these are kind of just more of like, as a professional, I try to be creative with
you
what I
add
offer,
you add
and
something
I
to it.
add a unique style to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, if you have been a waiter, that inspired you, kind of.
Kind of. I originally got the idea when I saw some of the Chinese girls, I think in a circus, they were using pot lids and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I want to try to have something kind of similar. And I was like, I don't think I've ever seen somebody use like a wine glass for it before, though, which could be kind of interesting.
That's awesome. So basically, so this is your, when you go juggling for groups or for kids, this is a material you bring with you.
Sometimes I use some of this. Sometimes I have other things, like I have like Easter eggs, which is kind of more fun for kids. And
for
I
Easter.
pretend to like juggle eggs, and like these are fully vegan eggs, and they're grass fed, and I have like jokes and stuff like where the eggs are just Easter eggs, but like.
But they are made of plastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes I juggle real eggs too, and that kind of gets a good reaction. But I have like a rubber chicken I juggle too, and other stuff, or juggling knives or torches or.
Okay, so you had a
lot of things, yeah. But
especially
this is
for
what
birthday for kids, you had a few things.
Yeah, but this is more so kind of for more adult audiences.
Did you do balloons a little bit? No, for birthdays? No,
sometimes.
Not really, no.
Balloons is kind of like a different...
It's too light.
Yeah.
It's too light.
It'll blow away in the wind.
So those are the stickers you give to the kids?
Yeah, I got stickers printed recently, which is, one is from my website, which is thespinforce.com.
Okay.
And the other is diabolojam.com.
Oh, okay.
So this one is for a meetup that I'm starting to organize, where you can come to the meetup and learn how to juggle for free. And probably going to have it like once a month.
And people practice with you?
Yeah, so just to try to give more like outlets to the community and kids and communities to just have something fun to do.
Yeah, in case you go to a birthday and you want to bring a friend, you can bring someone.
Yeah, and then this is just more of my like website to know more about me.
Okay, the Spin Force is you.
Yeah.
All right. The other one is also going to be a website?
Yeah, this links to basically a page on my website
talking
about a meetup group.
It's a sub-page? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so did you get people to join your meetup?
So I am actually like just in the process of organizing it.
Okay.
I did it like a long time ago, like maybe a few years ago, but then I moved recently back to San Jose, and I'm trying to establish it over here.
To get people from that area to practice with you?
Yeah, yeah. And I kind of just get new people introduced, or sometimes I go to the middle schools, like I said, and the kids, they only have me there for like one day. But if they want to learn more, like they can come out and practice more.
That's awesome. That is very good. So maybe next year are you in the calendar? Oh, next year we'll put you in the calendar.
I got to email her. I've been so busy to email her my pictures.
Oh, okay, okay. No, because the calendar has some jugglers. So next year you'll be in it, I hope.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, we'll give you a calendar this year.
Oh, cool.
So your name is Chris. Yeah. That's a nice name. And Garcia, I guess are you from America?
Yeah, I am. I was born and raised in San Jose.
Okay.
But my family background is Mexican and Native American.
Okay, so but you are born in the United States.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not because you were born somewhere else that you became a juggler. You learned everything here.
Yeah, I learned everything here, like I mentioned in high school. You do see more communities internationally, like Mexico. They have a different kind of community, more kind of like clown focused and also skill based with juggling as well. Juggling over here is more like sport competitive, I guess.
Yeah. I also went to the North Beach juggling. There was at the North Beach Festival. There was the Bella performers. It was Bella
for the
jugglers
circus. Yeah.
And I videotaped them. They were so awesome. If you go on my website, you'll find them.
Oh, cool.
So I taped the whole performance, and they had huge success with the kids. Because it's North Beach a festival is attended by a lot of children in the area.
That sounds fun.
So maybe next year you can participate because they have a stage where people perform.
Oh, cool. Maybe I'll reach out.
Yeah. Actually, during the summer, every week they have a street fair. And then after the street fairs one at a time, then they have now Sunday Street where there's some performers.
Oh, cool.
So there's a few things.
Do they like have a hat on the floor and they like busk?
Something like that.
Kinda.
Yeah, if you want to perform alone there, that's what you'll do for the kids. Because Sunday Street, a lot of kids participate. It's called sundaystreet.org or .com. I'm not sure.
Oh, cool. I'll have to write that down.
So right now that you consider yourself a professional juggler, this is gonna be your focus, right? I mean, you're gonna make you're gonna be self-employed with it.
Yeah, so I'm running it as my own business. Like I said, it's kind of like a lot of entrepreneurial stuff where you have to write your business plan and kind of research what markets you want to target, and then have a marketing plan and a website and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
and each time you're going to perform, you're going to be a subcontractor.
Kind of. They hire me out. Like, I usually have a contract or something they can sign, so it's easy for the clients.
Okay.
And for some events, like I did Great America, where I have to be an employee for them to hire me.
So you might get two kind of employment with this gig.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Great America still exists?
Yeah, California's Great America in Santa Clara.
Okay.
They've been having a Halloween haunt series for about 10 years. Actually, this is their 10th anniversary. And I've been doing it for like the past 3 years. So, like, I go and I do fire and light juggling.
Yeah, we went to Great America when my kids were little.
Oh, cool.
But then now there are other venues for kids like Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, they have more.
There's a lot of organization for children. But I don't know how up in the profession you have to be before you're hired with big corporation like Disneyland or you have to really.
Sometimes it's knowing the right people. Also, sometimes it's having the right materials to market yourself.
Yeah.
Like if you have a good marketing plan and like these videos where it displays you doing fire and lights juggling and they're looking for that, they're like, oh, this person's pretty awesome. I think they would be perfect for my event.
Oh yeah.
You gotta kind of.
I've seen the people juggling with the fire thing,
the torches.
Torches.
Yeah.
Those are something that people get fascinated by. Because they say, oh my God, how is he gonna? He's gonna get burned, or he's gonna the fire's gonna burn his tongue. But of course you don't get burnt, right?
Yeah, usually not.
But you put the thing in your mouth and the
sometimes
torch.
People put it out like that.
Okay, yeah. So I've seen that at birthdays.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that adds a lot of excitement, especially for kids. They like the fire.
Yeah. They say, oh my God, he's doing something dangerous. Okay. So you have, when you go perform, you have a humoristic kind of show?
It depends, really. Like for the kids, I have kind of more comedy. Comedy acts and stuff. For adults, I could do like more adult comedy. I usually kind of focus more on like what the client wants. Like if they want like a circus act, like a choreographed routine for music
for
on the
a party
show.
maybe, an opening party. Oh, okay.
Like I did, whatchamacallit? Sonic Runaway in San Jose. It was like a piece from Burning Man. They had opening downtown San Jose. I did like a 15-minute piece for that.
You did the one?
I did like a choreographed piece. So it's like where I don't really talk, but I do more like juggling to music.
Nice.
Yeah.
I went to the Burning Man decompression party, and there was people were just performing just for fun.
Yeah. Just fun.
Just to be there. But I'm sure, like you said, if it's a corporate party for maybe the holidays, then you got to do what they want, right?
Yeah, like sometimes they want you to like walk around from table to table and entertain. Sometimes sometimes they want you to teach workshops, or sometimes they want you to like do a stage show, or it varies.
Oh, so you adjust to the theme of the party.
Yeah,
something
usually
like that.
Got to cater to what the person wants. Like it's really hard to market yourself as just like this is specifically exactly what I do for your party.
Yeah,
because it's like you're cutting yourself out from a lot of markets.
Yeah. You could say I can adjust to your party. Like if you dress like a pumpkin, like Halloween. Then
and you have more Halloween gigs.
A lot of Halloween gigs, and if you have more than one costume.
Yeah, I have other costumes too.
Yeah, that's
like
awesome.
For Great America, I have a costume where like I have lights and a hat that lights up, and it's kind of more circusy themed. This is more like a waiter themed costume.
Yes,
it's a little more like gentleman-y or professional kind of, but like I have other circusy type themed ones if they want that for their event.
Oh,
sometimes I have like big glasses and like a wig for like a clown style or.
Wow, that's why you have such a big backpack. You put your stuff in there. Okay.
Carries all my stuff.
Do you probably also perform for family kids or? Just
Yeah, some of my family members, if they want to like learn and stuff.
yeah, it's good. So, or for your nephews or nieces, things like that.
Yeah.
Yes. So right now, you happy you chose that profession?
Yeah, I'm a lot happier, I think, than I were to just sitting down making like
Coding.
programming for somebody else, staring at a screen all day.
You like the contact with
A lot more contact with people.
with the
and
audience.
like I said, you get to see people smile and their faces light up when they learn, and
Yeah,
it's very fun.
If the kids are amused, then that's your reward kind of thing, because you have done your job well.
Yeah.
If you see that you amuse them. Do you tell jokes sometime, like at Pier 39, or you don't?
I haven't tried Pier 39 yet. Sometimes I do street performing. Like I used to go to Santa Cruz and I would street perform downtown Santa Cruz. And sometimes like I would get people to like come in and they would watch and I would tell them some jokes.
Yeah. So joke about the ball falling or something like that.
Yeah.
But you develop that with time, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a little harder to do just because you're trying to focus on juggling while trying to also entertain the crowd and be kind of more personal with like your audience.
Yeah, I just passed by a comedy school on Mission in between 16 and 17. And they have classes walk-in for $15 where people learn how to do stand-up comedy.
Oh, awesome.
And this is where you can get ideas for jokes.
Yeah. That's
yes,
good.
so I took class before, but I never did the whole thing. I mean, I didn't
Stand-up comedy is hard.
I didn't do the whole book. I bought the book. It was very expensive, but I did not really go on stage and be a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, it's difficult.
But now that the school is open and you don't have to pay the whole tuition, then
oh, cool. It's
maybe
like more
I'll
accessible.
just, when I have time, I'll just go.
Cool.
On
yeah,
Saturday at 12, they have classes, so I might do that.
Well, that's not too bad, so you're not working during the day.
Yeah, they have workshop for $60 or walk-in class for $15. It's very affordable.
That's not too bad.
And it's a 3-hour class. It's long.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So anyway, this is just an idea in case you want to learn jokes.
Cool. Yeah, I took a stand-up class in college, actually. I went to college at UC Santa Cruz, and they had a
comedy
theater
class?
department, and they had a stand-up comedy class.
Okay.
And that was fun. I was kind of getting me out of my comfort zone because I'm like, back then I was more of an introvert and kind of like shy, and I would like not talk
now
as
you have
much.
to you make somebody else smile, not just...
Yeah, it's like instead of juggling silently to music, you actually have to speak and try to hit the punchline at a certain time. And
oh, yeah.
it was a challenge back then, but...
It's a challenge because each time you perform, you get 1% better because then you can see what makes people laugh and what doesn't.
Yeah.
So it takes
Same goes with juggling
1%
too.
upon 1% upon 1% until you know exactly what makes people laugh.
Yeah.
And once you get the hang of it, then you get your number.
Because you also kind of find yourself too. Like you gotta see like, oh, I'm more comfortable being this type of person and talking as opposed to like trying to be super cheerful or somebody you're not. If like you're really shy at
you
first.
want to be yourself also, authentic, yes. So so if your style is more to be juggling with lights, then that's what you should stick to. Yeah, because you don't want to be something you're not.
Like a lot of really, really good jugglers who could do like 7 balls or 8 balls, they would never talk.
Oh.
And some of my friends were that good and they're like, I'm not going to really do jokes. I would rather just juggle to music. Or sometimes I don't even want to perform. I just practice for myself.
Oh, okay.
It's like some people do that too, or some people only do like 3 balls.
Do it, you get better.
Yeah.
So basically, everybody adapt the art to either music or to comedy or to playing entertaining, to see how people are reacting to the fun movements that you are making without talking. You can be funny without talking, like a clown, right?
Like one joke I have for like the torches is like, for the end of my torch act, I blow the torches out and I have 2 in one hand and then I put it back in the other hand so I have 1 so I could blow that one out and then it gets lit on fire. So I'm like, and it's like, oh, why did I get back on fire? And then I put it back in my other hand. And
it's like magic.
So like one's blown out and it goes back on fire and then put it in the other hand and it gets back on fire again.
Oh,
so it's kind of like you're pretending to blow it out but at the same time it's getting lit again because you're putting it back on the other one.
So that's close to magic tricks.
So kind of more comedy.
Oh, yeah.
There are juggling tricks though where they do look like magic, which is kind of cool.
Hmm?
So like with this one especially, like you can like.
Oh, you can extend the ball and gives you an illusion.
Yeah, or you could like stick it to your hand.
Yeah.
But you really just.
Oh, you're not sticking it.
So like it looks like it's like stuck to your hand. But
Oh,
from
I
my
see.
perspective, is like.
I see. From your perspective, you're
Yeah.
holding it. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering how that could be because in the previous show, Jenny, there was somebody doing that, and I said, "My God, how does the ball stick to the top of his hand?" And that's the way it is, huh?
And like the one I was showing you, even like it looks like an illusion where you're just keeping it still.
Ah,
And, like,
okay.
yeah, but like
Okay.
that one works just because you're.
Yeah, because you're holding it
It's all
with the
perspective.
thumb.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like from this way, it looks like it's not.
Yeah, it looks like it's holding the top of your hand,
Uh-huh.
huh? So it comes with a lot of tricks that you can learn
Mm-hmm.
from a book or from practice.
Yeah, book, practice, festivals, friends. Sometimes people invent tricks. Like I've invented a few tricks myself through my time. And just
Oh,
like add to the art in itself. Like you want to add the art as an artist, not just by copying everybody, but like creating your own style and making new stuff too, attributing.
but the game that you want to develop, people don't need to juggle to learn to play the game. They just need to
No.
manipulate the sticks, right?
Yeah.
And then they become juggler just with a keyboard,
So
something like that.
it's kind of just in the like idea stages, but like I want to have it so like they have to do a tutorial. Like
Oh.
you have to toss one ball back and forth, and then your character levels up so they can learn how to do 2 balls, and then they can learn how to do 3 balls.
So
and
you
it's
can
like, so you're
actually
actually
learn?
learning how to do it through a tutorial,
Oh,
but also it's virtual, so it's kind of just like a animated video or whatever.
yeah.
But if they wanted to have the option to use like, oh, this actually could work in real life, and I could try it out myself.
Oh, okay. So it's not really a game. It's like a tutorial.
So that's the one part of the game. The part where it's a game is kind of like Dance Dance Revolution, where you're getting all the tricks that you did learn, and then you want to like make
Practice
a
them.
routine with it to music, and then you have to press a button at the correct time.
With
to,
the music? Oh, okay.
yeah, kind of like where they have the dance pad and they're stepping on it, like with dancing. They have
Wow.
those type of games, but more stuff for
And that could be for any age, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. So because I know that parents buy children all kinds of games at Christmas. So if you can make it Christmassy, it will sell well.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Market it for
anyway,
the holidays.
those are
somehow.
ideas. Those are ideas. I know you can have one for all year long and one just for Christmas.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay, so marketing is
Yeah, part of the game too, I kind of want it to be like you're trying to be a professional juggler.
Yeah.
So like during the holidays, you have to market yourself for Christmas parties.
Yeah.
So maybe if you buy like a costume with a Santa hat, then maybe it's like, oh, you could get a Christmas event, and then it's like your character got paid this much virtual money for doing the event.
wow,
So-
awesome.
Kind of
So-
fun ideas like that.
Yeah. So there's, even though you are a professional, there's still more you can develop as the years go by. You're gonna develop another game,
Yeah.
another show, another. Just like we did with Jenny, you developed a show, right?
Yeah.
So every show is gonna be very creative, and it's not just a one-stop shop kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
something that's gonna evolve with time.
Kind
I
of
would
as the artist evolves, the show and the performance evolves. Like
Yeah.
there's one main show, the one main act that I have that evolved over time. Just kind
Really?
of like with like, I started in high school doing like high school talent shows and stuff, and take it like to festivals now, and now it's kind of a lot different with the tricks that I do and the choreography.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
also,
Who did the
like-
choreography at the dance we saw last Saturday? You did the choreography, or
we
you
all
both
we all
did it
contributed,
all
but,
did together? It was
yeah,
a
Jen was mostly like the one who organized like the dance part, and I did
Okay.
like the juggling part.
oh okay.
then we
So it
came
was a
together
team effort. Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did great. By the way, you did
Thank you.
awesome. we all had so much fun, and then it went back to being serious.
Yeah.
So anyway, I had a lot of fun. So it was awesome. I think you're a great entertainer.
Oh, thank you.
So I recommend you to anybody who wants to have a birthday party. They can. It's the spinforce.com.
Yeah, the spinforce.com.
Yeah.
And I do birthday parties or weddings or any type of private event or corporate
Yeah,
event and
just to
stuff,
get
or-
people entertained.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so what we're gonna do is take a pause
Okay.
while you warm up, and then we'll do a number of something you want to improvise or do that you have prepared already.
Okay.
All right. So thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure to interview you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And let's get ready then to watch you. Thank you.
Hey everybody, my name is Chris Garcia, and I'm a professional juggler. I have a lot of different juggling stuff that I'm going to be demonstrating for you today.
Mm-hmm.
These are juggling balls, so let's start with these. And juggling is a pretty old skill that has been around for thousands of years, actually. And you can do a lot of tricks with it. You can do like 3-ball juggling, where you toss 1 up and 2 up. Make it go in a circle. Sorry. Make it go in a circle. Can do even cool stuff like mix your hands up. This is known as a Mills mess.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty cool trick too. Or cross your hands and keep juggling.
Yeah.
And ball juggling, like I said, has been around for a long time. Nowadays, a lot of people do numbers, like you can do 4 balls. Or you can do even 5-ball juggling. I think the record is like 11 balls. Somebody's done 11 before.
Wow.
So that's one of the forms of juggling that I do.
And then.
And another form of juggling I have is another ball, which is known as contact juggling, where it's kind of more like magic, where you kind of isolate it and you keep it in the same spot. So you could do like, make it look like it floats or move it around your body like this. It's known as contact juggling because you want to keep it in contact with your body.
Oh, wow.
And it rolls around your arms and stuff, so you could like...
And this is like very short performance, right?
Yeah, these are usually a little bit shorter because there's not as much tricks as you can do with this as you can with ball juggling.
3 minutes thing?
Around 3 minutes or so.
Okay.
And my personal favorite, which is known as the Diabolo, also known as the Chinese yo-yo, is basically a yo-yo. It originated from China about 2,000 years ago. And basically what you do is you get it spinning by pulling on one side of the string.
Yeah.
And that gets it to spin, which after it spins you can do a whole lot of cool tricks. So this is me spinning it right now. One of the tricks where you have enough spin is known as the elevator. It's kind of like a magic trick.
Yeah.
Where it climbs up the string.
Wow.
And you can do cool stuff, like if we were outside you could toss it really high, like maybe like 200 feet in the air. For indoors though, we could do a lot of little tricks, like you could do a cat's cradle, bounce it. You could do an Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Which is like a upside down Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of cool stuff.
And then you can add lights to it?
Yeah, so these ones actually, you can put lights inside so it glows in the dark.
Wow.
And they also have versions of these where you can put a wick in it and you can light it on fire, which is pretty awesome.
So when you perform in the dark, you add lights inside?
Yeah, I have LED versions with lights. And that's usually more for nighttime, like if you're outside in the night. And with Diabolo, you can also do multiple Diabolos, like 2.
Yeah.
2 Diabolos, you get to get 2 going on the same string.
Yeah.
And that takes a little more practice, just because it's a bit more of a difficult step to this form of juggling.
And it goes up in the air sometimes?
And sometimes you can toss it in the air. Or you could do 2 in one hand. Or you could do over your arm. These are just some of the tricks. There's so many tricks that are possible with Diabolo. In general juggling, it's more like limited to your creativity, how creative you are to create the tricks. Or
also the encouragement of the audience encourages you to do better.
Yeah. The audience reaction too, just with the different types of tricks, is pretty interesting. You could even get 3 going on the same string.
Oh my goodness, 3. How you did that? Oh, you have 2 on one and 3 on the other?
So you wrap one in and then not each of them is popping off the string and getting caught and thrown in a circle. And as a professional juggler, just as an artist too, I've kind of created different routines. Like this is a Diabolo too, but it's also a margarita glass, as you see. And I'm actually able to spin it up like a Diabolo. So if you get it spinning, you can do a lot of cool tricks with it.
Yeah.
Very similar to the Diabolo. Same concept. And you can actually get it spinning horizontally too, which is pretty cool. So it looks pretty good with the wine glass in general where it spins horizontally. But,
Wow.
yep. So that's some of the forms of juggling that I do.
Yeah, but you don't put liquid in the water.
No, it'll splash around everywhere.
Right. Thank you so much for the demo.
Yeah, thank you.
So you're so, but what I see, it's usually 5-minute performance.
It depends. Sometimes when I perform for kids, I do like half an hour.
Oh, it could be that
So I have
long?
like more comedy jokes and stuff.
Okay.
For this demo, I kind of just have like a few props just to kind of demonstrate the different things that I do.
Okay, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.